Football team is on the cusp of the unbelievable, and that's qualifying for the berth in the Hawaii Bowl. But it's not just the team who is close to pulling off an amazing feat. Receiver Greg Salas is as well. The junior slot recorded 10 receptions for 147 yards in the win against Navy last night. That brings Salas within two single-season milestones. The first is the receptions mark of 108 held by Devon Bess. Salas needs just 6 more grabs to break that number. Meanwhile, Greg also needs 155 receiving yards to overtake Ashley Lilly's single-season mark of 1,713. And here's a look at Greg's numbers. His 103 receptions are third best in the country this season. Only one other player in the nation has more than his 1,559 yards, and his 8 touchdown grabs rank him 22nd in the country. Next up for Hawaii is the Wisconsin Badgers, and for a look ahead to that game, tune into the Coach Mack Show tonight at 10:35 on KGMB.
Hawaii football team is making the end of the 2009 season very interesting. Last night, Hawaii won its 4th straight ball game over a very good Navy team. And with the win, Hawaii's postseason hopes come down to the final regular season game next weekend. So much was made of the offense, both Hawaii and Navy sport, coming into this weekend's game. The new run-and-shoot Hawaii against the former Hawaii offense, the spread option. Navy entered the game with one of the best rushing attacks in the nation, but it was Hawaii's defense that immediately grabbed the attention of the nearly 37,000 in attendance. Relentless pressure on the quarterback with nearly no room to run for the midshipmen slotbacks. The Warriors held Navy to just 248 yards on the ground, and senior linebacker Blaze Soares tied a career high with 12 tackles, including the game-ending sack.
I think maybe the first 2 snaps, it was we finally got in that groove, and it just didn't stop. You know, they busted a few plays here and there, but overall our defense played fundamentally sound.
We had to set the tone initially off the first couple drives. We had to stop them, and so we could build up that confidence, and it carried out throughout the whole game.
Quarterback Bryant Moniz returned to the lineup and showed no signs of injured ribs from 2 weeks ago. Moniz completed 32 of his 44 pass attempts for 366 yards and 3 touchdowns. 2 went to Kealoha Pilares, who finished with 102 yards receiving on 8 snags. The first score came near the end of the first quarter, and the second helped tie the game at 17 just before intermission.
They were kind of a bend, don't break kind of defense. They want to give up the short yardage, make us earn our way all the way down the field. So we just had to take what they gave us, and that's what we did.
And Greg Salas did some damage as well, going over the century mark for the 8th time this season, 9th in his career. 10 receptions for 147 yards. Salas now has 103 career catches, ranking him 4th all-time in UH history for 100 receptions in a season, joining Devon Bess, Ryan Grice-Mullen, and Chad Owens.
Well, I mean, that really helped us out scoring before we went to halftime. We had that mentality like, all right, they can't stop us right now. Like, we know what we have to do. Let's just do it. Go out there and execute. I think that really helped us out.
This weekend was especially tough for Navy coaches Ken Niumatalolo and Ivan Jasper, both former Hawaii players and coaches. The loss dropped the midshipmen to 8-4 on the season.
But what do you think was the difference tonight? They made more plays than we did. You got to give them credit. Give Hawaii credit. They played with great heart, and wish them the best of luck. Was this tough for you? Yeah, there was some mixed emotion, but I'm happy for them.
With the 24-17 win over Navy, Hawaii has now won 4 straight, 6-6 on the season, needing one more win for a winning season, which also gets the gift of a Hawaii Bowl appearance on Christmas Eve.
This was a great team effort. I challenged the guys to play 60 minutes of focused football. But I talked to them before the game. I told them, Navy could play harder than our special teams, but not tonight. And they could, at some point, they could keep us from scoring, but not tonight. They could run the ball up and down the football field against us, but not tonight. We're in December and we have a chance to play for something. Those guys have fought their tails off, and I'm so proud of them.
So it'll all come down to this week, Saturday. Hawaii hosts Wisconsin on Senior Saturday for the chance at going to the Hawaii Bowl and finish with a winning record. Kickoff Saturday against the Badgers is at 6:30 and will be shown live on ESPN.